And we're gonna get every mount too, baby.
Power. My people are addicted to it. A dependence made manifest
Yes,
after
when the Sunwell was destroyed.
Welcome to the future. A pity you're too late to stop it. No one can stop me now. Salama Ashalanore. Let us see how your nerves hold up against the Darkener, Valadred. Prepare yourselves!
magic this week.
Quell the loss.
ancient vaults of the Mogu, untouched by time for thousands of years. Who knows what secrets await? Many young Pandaren warriors have vanished into this tomb. The large Quailan seem to be guarding that door. Tread carefully, lest you wake them. Seems to have activated with the demise of the Guardians. I fear what we may find within. We seem to have awakened a spirit of some kind. Disturbed what should not have been disturbed. He cannot be free to escape this prison. You must destroy him.
O sage of the ages, instill to me your arcane wisdom. Champions past, bear to me your shield. If they would rid you, what horrors await?
Feng the Accursed was betrayed by 4 emperors of the Mogu. His body destroyed each time, only to rise again. This is not the last we have seen of Feng.
We don't believe what's back that way
ancient allies of the Mogu. They must seek the legendary weapon within the depths of the vaults. I am sorry I did not tell you earlier. These vaults house a weapon of unimaginable power. Stop them. I will stay behind and investigate this dais further. Ancient allies of the Mogu. They must be the legendary weapon in the depths of the vault. How's a weapon of unimaginable power?
Time to play.
I will stay behind and investigate this dais further.
We need a target. I need to target something first. I don't have a target. We need a target.
Find it. Time to play, friends. It be dying time now. It be dying time now.
dying time now. It be dying time now.
He's covering all of the achievements for the Glory of the Pandaria Raider achievement. Now that we are in Legion, most of these achievements are now easily soloable, so I thought maybe you guys might like a solo guide as well. Unfortunately, not every achievement is soloable, but the majority are. Just like before, I will be covering all of these soloable achievements over 3 separate videos, starting with Terrace of Endless Spring. I did this on normal 10-man difficulty. If you have enough damage, then you can switch to heroic, but you will probably have a bit of difficulty on the last boss. The first encounter in this raid consists of 3 separate bosses and will take you a minimum of 3 weeks to get the achievement. For this one, you need to kill each boss last. Mark one with a skull that you haven't killed last before, and make sure you don't deal any damage to them, while of course killing the other 2. This achievement is character specific, so you won't be able to log into your alts and complete it in 1 week. While in the fight, there's really only one annoyance. If you don't move your target out of the healing water that spawns on the floor, then it will heal them up to max health again. The second achievement in this raid is Who's Got 2 Green Thumbs, and it's pretty much just a burst boss. Kill him before he kills a plant at the side of the room. You will want to pop all of your big damage cooldowns and nuke him down as soon as possible. It's pretty easy to be honest, and will not hassle you too much. The third achievement is a lot more tricky. You will need to nuke Lei Shi down to around 10 or 20% of her health, and then she will cast an ability called Get Away. During this ability, she will heal herself. You need to keep her at around 20%, and when she's finished casting, go down into the water on the sides and get a squidge to clutch you on the face by aggroing one. This squid cannot die. If it does, then you will not get the achievement. Be careful when you aggro the squid, as you will actually start auto-attacking it, so just click on your own player frame to stop yourself from killing the squid. Once you've done that, head back up the steps, wait for her to stop hiding, and then finish her off with any single target abilities that you have. Now for the final achievement within this raid, the Mind Killer. Again, this one is pretty much a burst fight. Position yourself on the glowing center of the room and do not move from that spot at all during this encounter. If you get feared even once, then you will have to try again. Pop all of your big cooldowns and then nuke the boss down. By the end of it, you should get the achievement. Anyway guys, that's it for this video. I hope it helped you out. And if it did, then please leave a like. If you have any video suggestions or feedback, then leave a comment down below. And if you're new to my videos and you want to see more, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Goodbye. Hello everyone, in this video I am going to be showing you how you can do the achievements which are soloable in Mogushan Vaults. There are two achievements which are unfortunately completely unsoloable within this instance, so for those two you will need to go and check out my other video which covers the ones that are only doable in a group. But while watching that video, remember to have the raid on 10-man normal difficulty, as some people tried to do it on 25-man and on heroic, and that caused a little bit of a problem. Now on to this video. If you don't know where the entrance to Mogushan Vaults is, you can find it over here on the side of a mountain on Kunlai Summit. I entered the raid on 10-man heroic difficulty. You can switch it to normal if you want, but my Demon Hunter isn't really that geared and I managed to do it, so you should be able to as well. It's always good to pick up the heroic achievements as well, as they are also needed for the mount. On to the first achievement, Must Love Dogs. As soon as you walk into the raid, open your pet journal and summon a canine pet. Unfortunately, not every dog works, so pets like Moon Moon or the Malton Corgi don't actually work even though they are dogs, so it's safe to go for something like a Perky Pug or a Corehound Pup or even a Fox Kit for some reason. Now that you have your pet out, go and clear the trash and smack the bosses and you should get the achievement. The next two achievements are unfortunately completely unsolable, as they are reliant on extra players. However, you can kill them off quickly on heroic for the kill achievements, which count towards the mount achievement as well. For the two unsolable achievements, again, you'll need to go and check out my other video. I'll put a link in the description down below. Either way, make your way through the trash and bosses. Hello everyone, in this video I will be showing you how to get all of the achievements in Mogushan Vaults, which count towards the glory of the Pandaria Raider achievement. You can use the menu on screen to get to the achievement that you need if you've already done some, and you can use the two little options at the bottom to go to the different parts of this guide. If you don't know how to find the instance, you can find it in Kunlai Summit at Mogushan Terrace. For this raid, the group composition you will need is 1 tank, 1 healer, 1 DPS with a tank off-spec, 1 DPS with a pet that they themselves can heal, such as a hunter or a warlock, and however many other DPS that you want. This may seem like a strange layout for an old raid, but it all fits into the future achievements within the raid itself. The first achievement that we will be doing inside the raid is Must Love Dogs. First boss, you will get your achievement. Now on to the second achievement of the raid. Anything you can do, I can do better. For this achievement, you will need 2 tanks, so tell your off-spec tank that their time to shine is nigh. Have one of your tanks pick up the Shroud of Reversal, which is the purple floating gem on the left. This gem allows the tank to target a player who is affected by a spell and steal it. Once the tank has stolen the spell, they must then target the boss and use the spell on him. You might be wondering why it has to be a tank that picks up the Shroud. Well, it's because unfortunately DPS and healers are not allowed to pick up the Shroud. In this fight, there are 3 spell phases. The first phase will trigger on Pool. During phase 1, he will cast 2 spells that can be stolen. The first spell is Epicenter. This is an ability that is channeled. Once the boss starts to channel it, click on your main tank that is holding the boss and use the Shroud of Reversal on him. Then walk up to the boss, target him, and channel the ability. Now that you've shifted into one for a similar spell in phase 3. Now on to the Hello everyone, in this video I will be showing you how to get all of the achievements in Heart of Fear, which count towards the glory of the Pandarian Raider achievement. If you've already done some of these achievements, then you can use the menu on screen to get to the one that you need, and you can also watch parts 1 and 2 for Terrace and Mogushan Vaults. If you do not know where to find the entrance to Heart of Fear, you can find it in Dread Wastes at this tree. The group setup that you will need is 1 tank, for obvious tanking purposes, 1 healer, 1 DPS with a pet that the player can heal, like a hunter or a warlock, and at least 2 or more DPS. DPS will be very important for some of the achievements within this raid, so make sure you don't have too little, although come Legion, this really will not be that much of a problem. The first achievement in this raid is Overzealous. This achievement is pretty easy. You're going to nuke her down to below 40% of her health, and then have all of your team pick up one of the parasites which spawn next to the large pillars in the room. Once picked up, it will give that individual player a debuff. Make sure every member of your team has the debuff, and then finish her off, then you will get the achievement. The next achievement in this raid is Candle in the Wind. Again, this achievement is not that hard. All you have to do is nuke down the boss to around 20% health, and then he will go into a wind phase. During this wind phase, you will be able to light 4 candles in total, with 2 on each side of the room. All 4 of these candles will need to be lit in order to get the achievement. To light these candles, you have to pick up a flame, which is located on the inside area of these pillars. Once you click on them, you will gain a limited time debuff. The way that we did it was pick up the flame and let the wind quickly carry us to the side that is needed to be lit. Once the first side has been done, have your team run to the other side and knock the boss's health down to around 10%. This will switch which way the wind is blowing, and you will be able to get the other 2 torches done pretty easily. After this, go and kill the boss and you should get the achievement. Achievement number 3 is Like an Arrow to the Face. This one is, again, pretty simple. You need to kill Garalon without destroying any of his legs, so pretty much have your team focus him instead of his legs and nuke him down using single target abilities. It is important that no AoE is cast during this fight, as if you kill one leg, you will not get the achievement. However, if you manage to do that, then you should get it no problem at all. On to achievement number 4. Less than 3. This boss can sometimes be a bit tricky, and he tends to deal a heck of a lot of damage. Pretty much what you are going to be doing is nuking down the boss while attempting to avoid the ads. Just like the last boss, it is important that you do not cast any AoE abilities, as if all 3 tribes die, you will not get the achievement. However, if you still kill 2 tribes and have 1 tribe remaining, it will still count. However, we found it better just to pop Time Warp or Bloodlust and nuke down the boss with single target abilities. The AoE is a little more flexible than the last boss, just try not to use too much of it. Over time, players within your team will become encased in amber, which will indefinitely stun them unless they are released. You can release them by walking up to them and clicking on the yellow armor on the outer side of their body, although after a certain amount of clicks, you will no longer be able to free them. It is best to keep an eye on your healer with this ability, as if your healer is stunned for too long, you will almost likely die. But assuming you manage to kill him with at least 1 tribe left, you will get that achievement. Now on to achievement number 5. I heard you like Amber. This achievement is considerably harder than the others and might take you a few attempts. The very first thing that you want to do is set down a marker. This marker will be where your entire team will be stacking up. Have your tank pull the boss and take her to the marker where your team is. After a few seconds, she will cast Amber Scalpel, which will spawn 4 amber blobs on the floor. You will have to kill these blobs immediately when they spawn, so they stack up on top of each other. Once killed, these blobs will create amber pools on the ground. Have your raid stand as close to the puddles as you can without actually standing inside them. If you stand inside the puddle, you will take a lot of damage. A few seconds later, one of your teammates will be transformed into an amber monstrosity. Your entire team will need to nuke that player down to 20% health, and then they will gain access to a 4th ability on their bar, which will transform them back to their player once clicked. Make sure that the player that is transformed does not press any of the yellow amber consuming abilities while transformed. Slam some DPS onto the boss on the add downtime, and then she will begin to cast her 2nd scalpel again. Try and move these blobs as close to the other puddles as you can. As long as all the puddles are touching, it will count. Now, at about the same time, you will have noticed that the incredible Molten Hulk has just spawned. Your entire team will need to nuke this add down as fast as they can, as the boss will take heavily reduced damage while he is up. Once dead, she will probably have spawned another set of blobs, which you can drag onto your existing puddles if you messed one up. And again, look out for a player that has been transformed and nuke them down to 20% health. A little thing to note is if the players that have been transformed do not escape the transformation, they will eventually die. Pretty shortly after killing Fire Hulk, the boss should run to the center of the room and begin casting Draw Power. This is where you and your team will begin to unleash hell onto her. Pop all of your cooldowns and nuke her down until she dies. If your puddles are stacked up correctly, then you will get the achievement. And now for the 6th and last achievement within this raid. Here is where your DPS with a healable pet will be useful. That player will have to send in their pet to attack the boss. Nobody else in your team should attack the boss at all during this part of the fight. The reason why we send a pet in instead of a tank is that after a while, the player that is tanking it or has aggro will eventually be turned into a Sha, which will go around cleaving all the players in your raid group, pretty much nearly one-shotting them. Seeing as a pet is not a player and nobody has aggro, no players will be turned into a Sha, pretty much cheesing that ability. Once the pet has gained aggro, you will notice that the boss's energy bar is slowly decreasing. Once her energy is down to around 30 or 40, have your DPS nuke her down to just below 50% health. Once her energy reaches 0, she will call on adds. There are 2 big adds called Korthic Reavers, which are the main focus of this achievement. Bring both of these big adds down to an easily nearly one-shottable amount of health, then nuke them both down as fast as you can. If they die within 10 seconds of each other, you will get the achievement. After that, you can finish off the boss if you want for some loot, but it doesn't really matter. And that's it for this guide. It also marks the end of the Glory of the Pandaria Raider guides. I'd like to thank all of the guildies that gave up their time to come along and
time. But if you do have dots, and especially if you're a hunter, you're going to have no trouble whatsoever. This is soloable, but you're going to have a very hard time, as you can see, doing it. I got very lucky, and I ended up getting it on my 3rd try. Next one here is called You Said Crossing Streams Was Bad. This was bugged, but it has since been fixed, so I'm going to show you guys how it works. Now, basically, Darumu does this ability where it has like this light spectrum thing, and he puts these 3 beams of light on basically a random player, and since it's on you, and you're the only person in here because it's a solo guide, what you have to do is they all go on you. So whenever Darumu, after you fought him for a while, he will put out the lights, and there will be different little I guess like puddles of color, right? And you're looking for the white puddle of color. The white puddle of color is what you need to stand on by the time the lights go out. The light spectrum goes out. So as you can see right here, I've got everything slowed down to like maximum speed. Or minimum speed, actually. And as you can see right there under the quest there, you can see under the quest to the right, the white thing just popped up. So what I need to do at this point is run over to that white thing with all 3 of the abilities on me, or the abilities on me, and pop out the thing first. Now, as long as you have all 3 of them on you, it's going to automatically give you the next one the next time around, because you have to do this 3 different times. So the difficulty here is 1, staying alive, 2, being able to stand on top of this and actually pop the beast right there. So here's the orange fog beast right there, and you have to be standing on top of where it is whenever the light spectrum goes out. Now at this point, you basically just need to go around and kill the 3 crimson fogs. If you don't kill them, I think the boss like one-shots you or something. And the main difficulty here is that he puts a debuff on you that absorbs healing, so you want to do at least have like some way of avoiding that. You can stand outside melee range, you can do a number of different things. You have a pet, it's going to be very easy. But this achievement, for the most part, is actually difficult. Make sure you move out of force of will. And I'm going to kind of go through this entire boss, not really the entire boss, but most of it. And the reason for that is because this is probably one of the most complicated and confusing achievements. So I want to talk you guys through it and make sure that by the time this is over, hopefully, you won't really have too many questions. But of course, if you do, go ahead and let me know in the comments and I'll try and clear it up. So what are the 3 ones you have to do? The orange, purple, and green fog. So basically what this used to be was you'd have to combine them. You have to have like the person who's red and the person who's blue come together to make the orange one, and then the person who's, I'm not very good at colors. I apparently missed that class in art in 2nd grade. So I always had a really hard time doing this. So doing it solo was actually easier for me than doing it with an entire group. So basically you just have to pop out these 3 things. And also, as I said, the serious wounds are going to be on you. Doing this on 25-man might be a possibility if your class is built kind of like a warrior and it's built around like dealing damage to absorb damage, but I can't really say that for sure. Also, he's going to cast Disintegration Beam. Make sure that whenever he casts it, there's going to be like these little lines, like these little like rods or squigglies that are running around. Make sure that you're standing on the side where the squigglies are, and basically if you go through the eye beam that Darumu is doing, it instantly kills you. So you can stand inside the purple, it's not a big deal. Just make sure that you avoid all of this. Now, one thing that's good here is that if you stay outside of melee range whenever he ends this cast, you can usually reset your healing reduction debuff. I think it's called like the honestly, I don't remember what it's called, but it's the one that's stacked up to like 11 on me right here. So if you want to do that, that's also a good idea. Serious wound or something like that. And at this point, it's basically rinse and repeat. And again, the main difficulty is making sure that you're standing on top of that white little color circle whenever the light spectrum goes out. So as you can see, oh, there we go. No, it did get I did get reset, so that was good. And so at this point, you're just waiting to do it again. Again, the two difficult parts about this is, oh, he also does Life Drain. I forgot to mention that too. Life Drain is a stun on you, and so if he's going to do Life Drain, you can just like move out of melee range, and that will maybe reduce your damage taken if you're not like a tank or something like that. But I don't really know how much extra damage that's going to make you take or anything like that. So it is a possibility, but Life Drain is also pretty annoying to deal with. But if you are like a class that needs to deal damage in order to heal yourself or something, it can actually help because that'll heal the boss up to a higher percentage of health. So there's the white spectrum again, and as you can see just a second ago, the white one popped up right behind me, and so I'm already in the right spot. And again, the green one, by the way, the green one moves on its own. It doesn't actually track with a player. So if you don't actually get this on your first try, whenever you're standing on top of it, you might end up wiping. And as you can see, I just revealed the purple fog. And at this point, I just go ahead and kill all the red ones over and over, and I rinse and repeat until it's over. But we can have situations like this where I've got literally almost 2 rows of debuffs on me, and I'm taking a lot of damage. So this is the point where it actually does become pretty difficult to solo if you don't have abilities that'll kind of help you heal. This is the last one right here, and get ready for it. There it is over there by the quest right there on the right side again. So I'm running over there to it, and again, you don't have to worry about the color, the right ones popping up. It seems to automatically do that. So as you can see, and just a second, it's about to pop up right here. There it is. There's the green fog beast, and I have revealed all 3 of them, and that completes the achievement. Again, you want to make sure that you have as much healing as possible. You want to make sure that you're basically able to stay alive as long as possible. This fight takes quite a while, and after you actually reveal all 3 of them, you only have a few seconds or a few minutes, or a couple minutes, I think it's like, what is it, 2 minutes or so, in order to kill him before he enrages. So you need to make sure that after this happens, you do kill him relatively quickly, depending on your gear. At this point, whenever I was doing it, I was like 880 or 890 item level, so it wasn't really too much trouble for me. But as a prot warrior, I also don't have a whole lot of self-healing, but I did get lucky enough to have the legendary bracers, so I do have at least a little.
in time now. Bah! Bested by the likes of you. What a shame for a Zandalari priest to endure. But it ain't no thing. Take your
Jade
trinkets.
Serpent Guide.
You'll be needing them. I be going now. Time to find a new home for me soul. Death be a doorway,
The
and
ancient
time a
vaults of the
window.
kings of Mogoshan. What might this button do? Look here. It is the history of Xian of the Endless Shadow, a powerful sorcerer who kept the kingdoms in check through terror and darkness. This looks to be the record of Qiang the Merciless, a great conqueror who ruled his vassals with an iron fist. I've heard tales of this one. Subutai the Swift, well known as a masterful archer and genius thief. He stole from the rich. What is this? I've heard nothing of this emperor. Meng the Demented? According to these texts, Meng was the most foul and maniacal ruler to ever abuse the imperial throne. My armies are endless, my power unmatched. I will crush you in body and spirit. You'll see your mistake soon enough. Soon, your wheeler under the darkness comes for you. You have angered the Emperor. The sentence. I don't want to die. A secret passage has opened beneath the platform. This way. Look at the dust along the floor. These dark halls have not seen footfalls for many centuries. Once, the Mogu enslaved all. I hear a faint humming. It is coming from this direction. This room pulses with energy, but feels unlike any we have seen so far. Fascinating. I have never heard tales of anything like this. The Mogu hide their secrets well. Pandaria. This seems to be a terminal controlling the device. Let's see here. Magnificent. It talks. This seems beyond what we thought the Mogu were capable of.
Identification matrix mismatch. Unknown entities detected.
Oh dear, this could get messy. I will observe from a safer distance.
Existence ends.
The machine has been destroyed, and so the Mogu's power weakens. These discs look familiar, but I cannot place their origin. They call to me. The discs. I must.
people are addicted to it. A dependence made manifest after the Sunwell was destroyed. Welcome to the future. A pity you're too late to stop it. No one can stop me now. Salama Ashalanore. Let us see how your nerves hold up against the Darkener, Thaladred. Prepare yourselves! You have persevered against some of my best advisors, but none can withstand the might of the Bloodhammer. Behold, Lord Sanguinar.
Blood for blood.
Capernian will see to it that your stay here is a short one.
The Sindorai reign supreme.
Well done. You have proven worthy to test your skills against my master engineer, Telonicus.
Anarala Belore.
As you see, I have many weapons in my arsenal. Perhaps I underestimated you. It would be unfair to make you fight all 4 advisors at once, but fair treatment was never shown to my people. I'm just returning the favor.
No more.
Forgive me, my prince. I have... Sometimes one must age. I have not come this far to be stopped. Galamor, the future I have planned will not be jeopardized. Now you will taste true power.
I'm out of range.
Power. My people are addicted to it. A dependence made manifest after the Sunwell was destroyed. Welcome to the future. A pity you're too late to stop it. No one can stop me now. Salama Ashalanore. Let us see how your nerves hold up against the Darkener, Thaladred. Prepare yourselves! I persevered against some of my best advisors, but none can withstand the might of the Bloodhammer. Behold, Lord Sanguinar.
Blood for blood.
Copernicus will see to it that your stay here is a short one.
The Sindurai!
Well done. You've proven worthy to test your skills against the master engineer, Telonicus.
Anarala Dolore.
As you see, I have many weapons in my arsenal. Perhaps I underestimated you. It would be unfair to make you fight all 4 advisors at once, but fair treatment was never shown to my people. I'm just returning a favor.
Forgive me, my prince. I have faith.
More perils. I will not.
Alas, sometimes one must
I have not come this far to be stopped. The future of our land will not be jeopardized. Now you will taste true power.
can't carry anymore.
untouched by time for thousands of years. Who knows what secrets await? Many young Pandaren warriors have vanished into this. The large Gwylan seem to be guarding that door. Tread carefully, lest you wake them.
It is too far away.
That was close. The door mechanism seems to have activated with the demise of the Guardians. I fear what we may find within. We seem to have awakened a spirit of some kind. The stories were true.
Tender your souls, mortals. These are the halls of the dead. If fate only knew what horrors await.
Feng the Accursed was betrayed by 4 emperors of the Mogul. His body destroyed each time, only to rise again. This is not the last we have seen of Feng. The Zandalari, ancient allies of the Mogul,
anyhow.
they must seek the legendary weapon within the depths of the vaults. I am sorry I did not tell you earlier. These vaults house a weapon of unimaginable power. Stop them. I will stay behind and investigate this dais further.
Now you
I need
done
to get
made
closer.
me angry. Finding. Time to play, friends. It's been dying time now. Bah! Bested by the likes of you. What a shame for a Zandalari priest to endure. But it ain't no thing. Take your trinkets. You'll be needing them. I be going
Every
now.
good story
Time
needs
to
a
find
hero.
a new home for my soul. Death be a doorway, and time a window. I'll be back.
The ancient vaults of the kings of Mogultan. What might this button do? Look here. It is the history of Xian of the Endless Shadow, a powerful sorcerer who kept the kingdoms in check through terror and darkness. This looks to be the record of Qiang the Merciless, a great conqueror who ruled his vassals with an iron fist.
I don't have a target.
I've heard tales of this one. Subutai the Swift, well known as a masterful archer and genius thief. He stole from the rich and kept everything. What is this? I've heard nothing of this emperor. Meng the Demented? According to these texts, Meng was the most foul and maniacal ruler to ever abuse the imperial throne.
attack! March into battle! You have angered the Emperor. The sentence is death. You'll see your mistake soon enough. Soon, the wheel of darkness surrounds me. A secret passage has opened beneath the platform. This way. Look at the dust along the floor. These dark halls have not seen footfalls for many centuries. Once, the Mogu enslaved all of the races of... I hear a faint humming. It is coming from this direction.
I'm out of range.
Oh man. Oh man. My audio doesn't sound very good when I take it off direct. No, Jesus. All those audio processing effects sound like fucking garbo. So hey up. What's up, y'all? It's me, your boy. Sammy 171, and you know, here I'm farming for some mounts. You know, I'm a little toasted. You know, I'm a little Sammy 171. Wow, it's literally like with no delay either. Holy shit, brother! I'll go ahead and turn this thing on, baby. Let's see what Elegon's all about. Ugh. I'm running out of tries for the week for the mounts, brother. It's making me so fucking sad. Oh well. Time to hit this pen, if you know what I'm saying. Come here, Elegon. You got something that a man needs, brother. Need, baby. There we go. Gold. Hell yeah. Because, you know, they're going to give me the mount right here. They can't afford to give me gold. Dude, can I please stop getting the fucking pets? This is like the 7th one I've gotten already. Alright, and he's already done Tempest Keep, so, Well, let's go do the characters we have to swap servers for, because they're kind of fucking annoying. And let's hope we don't fucking die hitting this fucking pen. Let's go do... Let's go do our Paladin first, baby. Because Paladin, you know, Squire, attend to me. Ready, sir. Fucking Paladins, bro. You couldn't have a webcam, it'd be too fucking obscene. sorely mistaken if you think I'm putting in the effort to fly to Tempest Keep right now. These dudes, if I knew what was up, I'd fucking change their Hearthstones, but I don't think I did. Alright, let's see where Riven is, please. Can we just have one that isn't gonna send me back to bumfuck nowhere? Shit was so much easier when the Blasted Lands portal took you to Hellfire Peninsula, I swear. But no, that was too smooth or some shit. I'm not sure I've done it on my rogue yet. Oh, yeah, but I'm pretty much locked out on all the dope characters. Alright, let's go do Black Temple then. And by Black Temple, I mean I'm not gonna keep playing WoW. I'll get them out some other fucking day.